Having navigated the board system my entire life, I've learned that every subject has a code. Today, I'm sharing the exact blueprint. So let's get started, shall we? Let's start with English. It is the one subject that is totally unpredictable, and the only real solution: read the poem, story, or the act n number of times until the character's voices literally echo in your head. For literature, especially, what I do is I become the teacher. What I mean by this is whenever I read a paragraph or a page, I stop and think that if I had to fail a student, what question would I ask from this line? I know it sounds intense, but this trains you to spot the keywords and also helps you in the 10 marker character analysis or long answer question. Then there is chemistry. I loved this subject until 11th, but 12th is a completely different beast because there are so many reactions. I learned a new trick while I was preparing for my second pre-board, and that is prioritize. You always have to prioritize in organic chemistry because there are so many reactions that you'll have to learn. First, start with the naming reactions because they are guaranteed marks. And for preparations, don't sit and learn every single one of them because in conversions they usually ask from one main functional group to the other. For example, learn the preparations from alcohol to aldehyde and ignore the rest of them. For physics and maths, you need a practical mindset. Physics, being my favorite subject, didn't need much of a push from my side for me to study, but what's important is revision every 2 to 3 days of the concepts. This needs to be followed by the solving of numericals, which helps you analyze your weaknesses and your strengths, and it also helps you know how much in depth you have understood that particular concept. For maths, I use the O.P. Malhotra textbook for concepts and Oswald PYQ books for revision. It has the topper's answers in it, which shows you exactly how much or how little you actually need to write to get full marks. This has improved my understanding about the weightage of topics in boards. Keeping the subject-wise analysis aside, here are 4 study tips that I use every time that I sit for study. First is the scribble method. If you've seen my previous videos, you know that I'm a write-to-learn person, but writing everything takes too much of your time. So I doodle. While I'm reciting an answer, I just scribble on the page. It tricks my brain into staying focused without the hand cramp of writing an essay. Number 2 is the Feynman technique. I have been taking tuitions for my juniors and my friends since 8th grade, and one thing that I've learned from this journey is that I learn better when I teach others. So when I have no one to teach, I just teach the wall, and then I came across that this technique has a name. It's the Feynman technique. It is the technique where whenever you have a complex subject or a complex topic to learn, you teach a wall or an object, or be it your friend for that matter, like a 5-year-old. This helps you to go into the depths of the topic and understand the basics before you move on to the complex part of the topic. Number 3 is the 110/10 rule. I used to be a person who used to sit for 4 to 5 hours straight. This created a false sense of productivity while my retention was hitting zero because my brain had reached its limit. I realized that forcing myself to stay at my desk while burnt out wasn't discipline. I now follow 1 hour and 50 minutes of deep work followed by a 10-minute break. The important thing is no phones during this 10 minutes break. This brings down your dopamine. Go out to the balcony, stretch, or just breathe. This helps you refresh your mind before you sit for the next session. Lastly, the 3 R's. Stick to one book and solve it until you've mastered it. Do not buy every single guide in the market. And when you're learning one book, read, revise, and repeat. This helps in retaining the memory for longer durations. At the end of the day, boards are a game of precision and persistence. Stick to your notes, trust your prep, and don't forget to take a breath. If you've watched this video until here, drop a comment below on which subject stresses you out the most. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.